Rip seniors, or as everyone else says, happy graduation week. But to be honest, I don't see what's so happy about it. You're trading in your days of drinking and hate posting on the tee to wear some polyester smock as someone else, or everyone else, and have the moment photographed for posterity, the whore. No wonder so many of you would rather focus on securing an invite to the mysterious Oculus Ball hosted by the even more mysterious Apadia Society. Unlike graduation, the year-end gala, and apparently Fort Tante's bedroom, there's a strict no-camera policy, so feel free to let loose. Anyone who would snitch, can. And anyone who can't snitch isn't worth listening to anyway. I, of course, will be there capitalizing on the power vacuum that's sure to become once of Queen Blair Hughes, former Queen Poppy Minsinclair, and challenger to the throne, and plastic surgery medical marvel, Persephone Del Marte, cross the stage on Sunday. Because no matter who wins the final bid for HBIC today, in 3 months' time the throne will be wide open. And the show must go on. Next gen. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Happy holidays. And have a good 2022. Chapter 15 by Bylaws. A week later, as the rest of the top 15ers pre-game the Oculus Ball, Zoe finds you pacing in front of the clubhouse window. Careful, you'll wear out the soles on your feet. How's it gonna look, Tappity, if you have to take off your stilettos in the middle of the ball? I can't help it. Ding dong, that bitch Persephone is dead. Tappity might as well hand me the key now. It's called being overly egotistical. You whip out your phone to show Zoe the proof. And she's still behind you by half. And to top it all off, B.A. Thoughty commenting, no wonder her forehead is so big. She was secretly a Bratz doll all along. How much do you want to bet Persephone's sweating her Botox-injected ass off? Hey! 1 second you're humming the Bratz theme song, and the next Zoe's plucking the phone right out of your fingers. You need to channel your inner high school musical and get your head in the game, so this is mine, until we bring home the W. As you waltz, Zoe drops your phone in her purse, then pulls out the black and gold Apadia rulebook Felicity gave you a month ago, blowing a layer of dust off of it. Oops. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bylaws. All the votes in the world aren't going to impress the members if you don't know these bylaws backwards and forwards. So pop quiz. What are the 3 criteria for all Apadia members? Oh, you want to go? Let's go. Oh god, the 3 criteria. You think way back to what Felicity told you when you first met in the rundown warehouse. All Apadians must maintain their composure, rise from the ashes, and be adaptable. Not quite. It's maintain your composure, keep your motives a secret, and dress to impress. What secret society am I thinking of then? Shit. So, I barely studied for my real finals. I'm gonna get out there and they're gonna see right through me. Then we just need to give them something else to look at. I think that, I've got something that can help. You look over to see Veronica holding up a black mesh garment bag with her mother's logo emblazoned on the front. My mom originally made this for me, but since I dropped Apadia... You mean you got kicked out of it? Whatever. She made a few alterations and gave it to and told me to give it to you, so here. You take the bag from her hands and unzip it, feasting your eyes on the gorgeous purple fabric and shimmery skirt. Diamond choice. I mean, it's pretty. You can't tell me couture isn't its own kind of armor. I feel ready for anything. Almost, but I got one little suggestion. What budding wasp can resist the flower power of a gorgeous updo? And this is your updo. I don't know. Maybe more like up don't. I don't know. I'm just not fond of like the big huge like Marge Simpson bun. Not this one, that's for sure. I'd have to see it. I don't know. And this one ain't doing it for me. Consider me gagged. Apathy is gonna love you. Now, if only your crew inspired the same level of confidence. Look over to survey the top 15, and well, saying they look shocked would be generous. I already talked my dad into airlifting me out of the ball if Persephone wins. He hired a medevac and everything. The semester's almost over. She'd literally only be queen for like 2 days. That's 2 days too many. She's trending off that crazy hot scale. Did you see what she did to Forster? He holds up his phone to show you a pic from the tee, and you flinch. Whoa, what's with the diaper? And why is he lubed up like Baby Seal on Beyonce's internet? Persephone's using these pictures to blackmail him into being her date to the ball. Under her, things are gonna get worse. I can't handle another wedgie. The last one gave me thong burn on my kibbles and bits. So bad, my FWB made me get tested. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. You guys, I'm still Blair Hughes, Queen of the Thoroughbreds, and as long as I'm here, you're all safe under my protection. This year threw us all for a loop, but if you stand with me, I promise Persephone will never hurt you again. You mean I'll be able to walk around campus without getting wet willied for not making above a 3.5 again? Listen, I want to wet willy you right now for, like, getting a 3.5. The C's will get degrees, and nothing else. Now, I say we storm the Oculus Ball, stun Apidia into making me a full member, and cement my place as Belvoir royalty. Who's with me? This is where I walk out. Hell yeah. If it couldn't be me, because I got drunk at the masquerade, lost my mask, and made out with some cougar, then it's gotta be you! Ugh, these are the people you surround yourself with. You charge out to the limo with their cries at your back. You realize, in fine society, you are a representation of who you keep around you, right? I mean, it matters less the lower you are, but it still matters. And 15 minutes later, you and your crew step out on the red carpet, whipping the crowd by bystanders and paparazzi alike into a frenzy. There she is! Nerd in the wild. She and countless other nerds grab handmade signs with "Nerds for Blair" on them and tacky glitter glue, and you spare away for your hard-won constituents. Thank you, thank you. I'm Abby Simone with Gaze, and we're live as countless celebrities descend on an exclusive event called the Oculus Ball. Rise, catch the shimmering fabric and thigh-high slit of your dress, and she races over. I just spotted Blair Hughes. Blair, you look incredible. Who are you wearing? Jesus. Oh, this whole thing? It's a Sandra Lombardi original, courtesy of the legend herself. As Zoe steps out of the limo beside you, Ebony's eyes go wide. Zoe Wade, you have been tearing up the airwaves, girl. Is there any truth to the rumor that you'll be releasing a single to your debut album soon? Well, my EP, X Games, featuring the beautiful Blair Hughes here, did so well that I really want to strike while the iron's hot, but my mentor, Nas, and I have been in the lab cooking, so it's all a matter of waiting until the timing's right. So, what I'm hearing is we can expect him to make an appearance on the final product, right? Zoe gives her a sly smile, and you turns to look at you. Why don't you go ahead, Blair? This could take a while, and it looks like my mom's waiting for you. She gestures towards the door, and you head over to Felicity, passing by Persephone in the middle of media coverage on the way. Celine, sources say you're from California. Are you Victor Monmontes Harris, said to inherit billions? My family is comfortable, but I'm afraid confirming any more than that would be gosh. Oh yeah, news travels so fast around here, you forgot the rest of the world is still woefully behind on Celine is Persephone's drama. And judging by the way she doesn't correct him, she'd rather keep it that way. Interesting. The one that plays a very dangerous game. I hope you have a plan for going head-to-head with her tonight. Felicity, you should be beaming in pride over your daughter. Not worrying about me, I've got this in the bag. Let's hope you're right. Because from this moment on, Apidia members from your challenges and abroad will be critiquing your every move. So, if there was ever a time to pull out all the stops and use everything you've been tested on, it's now, because I'm not the only one rooting for you. She pauses and looks around, lowering her voice. Ian reached out to me. Typically, the Oculus Ball is limited to members, hopefuls, and rejects, but I managed to tuck him away from security inside. Though if I were you, I wouldn't make him wait too long. And with that, she disappears into the crowd, and you take a moment to survey the frenzy around you. Felicity said I should use what I learned from the challenges, and the first one was about making an impression on the right people. I should investigate the crowd, steal the paparazzi's attention, find Ian. Yeah, I'm gonna find Ian. She said Ian might not have long. I can't chance security finding him. You slip through the crowd, elevatedly unnoticed, and head into the ball. The ballroom looks stunning in the apathy of colors, and between the crush of bodies, you scan the room for Ian. Or quietly pushing open an unmarked door, peeking your head inside and whispering, "Ian." Instead, Poppy wheels around, face smug, arms crossed. "Farmsville, sometimes you are so predictable, it's pathetic." God damn it. And lying in wait in the bathroom is one. Sometimes I wonder what Zeta ever saw in you, because between you and Persephone, I'm starting to think they backed the wrong horse. Watch your mouth, you hog-slopping gutter rat. Ooh, that one struck a nerve, let me guess. When you two were rushing, you were afraid the Zetas would pick her over you, weren't you? I can see why, she's certifiable, but with the ingenuity is there, and you're the human equivalent of a background noise. No quick comeback. What's the matter, Poppy? Ghost of being a bitch past came back and snipped your balls? Oh, okay. Oh, I'll show you, snipped. She stalks towards you, but before you can reap what you've been sowing, the door swishes open and Persephone steps in with a grin. Oh, don't tell me you two were fighting over little old me. There's plenty of room for you both on the curb with the rest of the trash. Listen, you look really nice. Shut up, Locum. What? She does. Speak of the devil. If it isn't Los Ambos Barbie herself? Boobs sold separately, I see. Oh, you can try and rile me up as much as you want, but I won't buy it. In the end, the Abadia spot will be mine, and we all know it. I didn't peg the new you as someone who turns the other cheek. Looks like you're still just a soft-ass putrid Percy. I'm not soft. I just figured I'd make things short and sweet so Blair can get back to banging her professor. Oof. Wow. Salad, bitch? Say what now? What? Like, seriously, what? Like, Bobby gives her hair a nonchalant toss in the mirror, her side-eye cutting dangerously over to look at you. Ex-professor? True. It was so easy to get him to get fired. I almost forgot. Tell me, Blair, is it awkward having all your dates in the unemployment line? No more awkward than crafting a whole new identity because you got dumped by a man whose lexicon is choke full of variations of bro. After being turned down by Kingsley and Zeta, you'd think you'd get used to rejection by now. Says the girl who had to beg her bestie to even look in her direction. You're lucky I didn't make her one of my minions. Instead, she hangs out at your side, like a good little lapdog waiting for your every order. Ouch. Don't tell me you're just gonna take that Farmsville. Listen, I'm about to beat both your asses, okay? I'm gonna take off these stilettos. Drag my lips up across her face. Smack a bitch. Back down. I'm not gonna rise above the occasion. Back down. You can't make a figure on it, but something feels off. Slowly, you unclench your fists and take a deep breath. Look, we don't have to... But Poppy puts her hand squarely in the middle of your back and shoves you into Persephone. Your hand flails wildly, slapping her with a crisp smack. Oh, you're gonna wish you never done that. Oh, for the love of catfights. She dives at you, reaching out to get a firm grasp of your hair. I'm gonna go ahead and duck. I gotta keep myself pretty. You dip below her outstretched arm. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. before tackling her in the midsection and bringing you both down to the floor. Persephone fights to climb on top of you, pinning you down so you have no choice but to stare up into her face. You think you're so different, but you're just a knockoff version of Poppy. At least if she's gonna screw you, she won't smile in your face first. Speaking of Poppy, you dodge a punch to the face and search around the room for her, only to find her making her way to the exit. It's like getting an appetite after you caked in bathroom grime and a bowl. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a secret society to win over. That bitch, she played us. Arrgh! But she isn't showing any signs of stopping. Poppy stomps on you with her stilettos on her march to the door, and you see your chance to grab her ankle. Drag Poppy back into the catfight with Persephone to mess up both of their hair and dresses while you come out looking flawless for an extra vote. Really? Grab Poppy's twig-like ankle, sending her sailing to the floor and drag her back into the fray. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson? I am not to be screwed with. Get off of me, you hulking heifer. You are dead, Blair. Dead! You both started this shit! Oh my god. Amidst the chorus of mean girl war cries, Persephone roars as she strains to grab you by your throat. Poppy lets out a mighty grunt as she flails to escape your grasp. But there's no way you're gonna let that happen. Listen, this has been a long time coming. For the time being, Daunty is over, and you drag her towards you. Wind back, clench your fist, and sock her right in her big mouth with all of your Midwestern might. Jeez, Dave the Barbarian, you chipped my tooth. Guess you should have sprung for the porcelain veneers, huh? Without ever breaking your gaze, Poppy spits out the dislodged bone fragment and whips her bloody mouth on her sleeve, smudging her lipstick. You both climb to your feet, and Poppy charges at you, kicking Persephone away like the ankle-biting chihuahua she is, before meeting you in an all-out brawl. Listen, we already kicked fucking Poppy's ass once, okay? Listen, I said it, I don't care. Persephone rears back, examining the rips in her lace. You decrepit donkey. You almost killed me. Better luck next time. Poppy shoves you away and swipes at the sweat dripping in her eyes, smudging your eyeliner as you edge closer for another round. Poppy, just admit you started this fight on purpose to give you the better odds to beat us. Listen to me, Farmsville. I do not need the better odds to beat you two flops. With Poppy focused on you, Persephone launches up and tackles Poppy to the floor, grabbing her shoulders and slamming her into the marble over and over and over. You ruined my life. You deserve every bit of this ass thrashing, you washed up old skank. I will rip you limb from limb and feed you back to the subway rats who bore you and raised you. Well, the two of them channel their inner WWE. You scramble backwards, careful not to let their tussling ruin your dress. Thankfully, as you look over the counter full of beauty products the bathroom attendant left behind, all you see are millions of ways to get down and dirty, and still come up smelling like a rose. We got lotion, perfume, nail polish. Yeah, they're not gonna get nail polish out of their dresses, okay? You fling that shit, it's over, fam, it's over. Lotion, yeah, it's just gonna look like, no, I'm good. I think you two are forgetting something important. You snatch up two of the heavy glass bottles of nail polish and launch them at Poppy and Persephone. The glass shatters against the floor, and the pigments coat everything from the tile to their skin. Neither of you is a match for me. Oh my god! Holy sweet Jesus! Oh no. You did not get that on my dress. And yet she still looks halfway decent. I don't get it. Okay, moving on. Do you have any idea how much I paid my aesthesian for a custom tan? Persephone makes it to her feet and reaches for you with a midnight sun and eagerly ecru-colored hands, but you smash a polish bottle against the sink and slash it out, ripping one of her sleeves in the process. Why not just pack it in, because this is getting embarrassing. What's really embarrassing is how you tried to take me under your wing, like I was an innocent baby bird, and the entire time I was siphoning off your supporters and making you look like an asshole you really are. Please, that's nothing. I made her trust me and help me coast through a challenge, only to get her eliminated right at the very end. Poppy contorts her face into an exaggerated cry, mimicking your reaction after finding out you'd been betrayed, before breaking out on a fit of giggles. Giggles! No. Much as I hate to admit it, that was, Leandric. I always knew you had it in you. That's why I made you a challenger. As you should, you plastic pariah. Homely hoe bag. As you watch in shock and horror and confusion, the two of them cackle like hyenas. Are your rivals bonding over their shared experiences traumatizing you? Go ahead, yuck it up. But all I'm hearing is, you two are obsessed with me. You ease over to Persephone and let your eyes rake over her from head to toe. You spent months thinking about me, hunting me down, learning me my every move. Can you honestly say you never wonder what it would be like to know me inside and out? You place a hand on her jaw, and with a soft touch, then you've had this entire catfight. You run a thumb along her lower lip and smudge the lipstick out even more. Her eyes fall to your lips, and unconsciously she licks around, before taking a sudden step back. What the hell do you think you're doing? I mean, hey, listen, you're the one that started the shit, proving a point. But don't worry, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Poppy wanted me since she first laid eyes on me. Disgusting. How dare you? Listen, you don't know. We're not gonna go there, okay? I remember the bedroom. Poppy literally gags and you walk over, closing in on her until you're less than an inch away, lowering your voice to a whisper. Why are you still pretending, Pop? You know it and I know it. Yep. Her breath catches and you step back, smug that you've left her speechless for once in her life. The two of you can't get enough of me. Look at yourselves. You're fighting over who hates me more. Hell, I'll even help you. Sit back and enjoy the show. You perch on the top counter, cross your legs, and leaving them nothing but space and opportunity. Honestly, you'd be better off taking each other out right here and right now. Like, she even could... Or is this gonna happen? Wanna bet? Oh my god. You're both easily gullible. Persephone lunges at Poppy, and the two of them trade blows in and all out. Hair-pulling, arm-biting, non-regulation brawl. Just then the bathroom door burst open, and Felicity and another senior Apodian pick their way through the madness, yanking the two apart. What is going on in here? Felicity does a double take at the nail polish congealing in Persephone's hair, while the other Apodian examines a particularly bright shade of Poppy's dress. Why do you two look like you've just been putting 8 long hours on the night shift at Crayola? That was good. I was only defending myself, and I tried to save it. Do you honestly expect us to believe a word that comes out of your mouths when you look like this? Poppy scoffs in disbelief as the mentor turns to look you up and down. Blair, what happened? I've never seen anything like it. They just started attacking each other like wild animals. Lock eyes with Poppy, letting just a hint of a smile show through as the mentors turn on Poppy and Persephone. Your behavior will be taken into account, but for now, clean yourselves up. You'll be needed in the main ballroom for your entrances soon. As she turns to leave, Felicity shoots you a look. You, come with me. I win. You leave Poppy and Persephone and examine the damage in the mirror and coast out the door after Felicity. Following her in the staging area, ducked behind the sound equipment, you see a familiar face. Ian. He pulls you in his arms for a kiss, and the feel of his lips against yours instantly calms your nerves. There you are. You have no idea how tight security is for this, man. Felicity had to smuggle me in. At great personal risk, so if anyone asks, no, I didn't. First, you let me back in Apathy after I was dropped out, and now this? Felicity, why are you helping me? For a moment, her face softens, and for the first time since it all started, your heart crawls out of your throat when she looks at you. Are you bonding? I may be a driving force behind your reinstatement, but I wasn't the loudest voice by far. You have allies in this fight. And enemies. Ah, there's the tone that makes you sphincter clench involuntarily. Consider my help in an attempt to level the playing field, but you'd be wise to keep your eyes open, Blair. So she's like the Oracle, basically. Come, Neo, know thyself. She grabs a lavalier mic from the tech box and pins it to your dress under Ian's watchful gaze. You'll start tonight by presenting yourself and your date on stage before answering questions from our senior delegations. You'll finish by performing a waltz. Think quickly, but more importantly, think like an Apodian, because tonight we're all watching. Vitamus Omnia. Felicity nods sharply. The microphone will go live once the presentation starts, so mind what you say. Are you sure? Because this could end up backbiting you either way. Just saying. She leaves in near silence, and finally you and Ian are alone. He takes a look around, and his brow furrowed as he surveys the nooks and crannies of the empty space. While I was waiting, I caught a few glimpses of your competition in the room, observing the crowd speaking with their mentors. If we can find a way to bug the area, you could catch them saying something that'll give you an advantage, and tip the scales in your favor. Whoa, wasn't expecting the whole super spy clandestine espionage route from you. I hope it wasn't too extreme of a suggestion. Please feel free to ignore. You grab his face, place a kiss smack dab in the middle of his forehead. Pure delight. Ian, you're a pure genius. It's the perfect way to reveal what a fake Persephone is, all the way to Apodia, and then some. Let me use your phone. Looking bashfully relieved, he hands it over, and you video call Examthin. We're just gonna call him X. Go quick. I need a way to secretly record someone and broadcast what they're saying to the entire school. How very big brother of you, but I can help with that. Click the link I just texted, connect to the building's Wi-Fi, and watch the master work. You open the link and watch as a series of random numbers and letters fill the screen, and then it goes black. Immediately resets, and X calls back. Look, so I just installed a virus in the building's sound system that links it to the T using blah blah blah. We get it, you're smart. Just give me the point and click version, Steve Jobs. We don't have all day. The short of it, I'd be careful trash talking anyone within a 50-mile radius of the place. The entire venue is wired and ready to go. You're welcome. You in the call, and hand the phone back over to Ian, who lowers his voice to a whisper. That was extremely disconcerting. Do you think they can hear us? Ian, we walk around with supercomputers in our pockets. It's safer to assume everybody's heard everything. There you go. As he ponders that harrowing tidbit, Thomas waltzes through the door, clipboard in hand. Zoe trails just behind him, the bad bitch glow from her interview still gleaming. I've been looking everywhere for you. They're getting ready to start. Places, everyone. Blair, let's have you stand right here. Did you not fix your hair while you were in there? Like, you look kind of like the Joker. Anyway. And what about me? You look up at Persephone and strides in forward, trailing forlornly behind. Blair, if you get me out of this, I swear I'll never sleep around again as long as I live. Persephone holds up a phone nonchalantly, her eyes drilling into Ford. Not one more word, or the rest of the pics I post will only be worse. Hey, where'd you get that phone? They said no cameras allowed. Yeah, I had to check mine at the front door. It was a gift from a secret admirer. Besides... She looks over at Kingsley. Looks like you're no stranger to contraband yourself. A voice booms over the microphone from the other side of the curtain. Esteemed members, if you would please take your seats. As many of you know, I am Rowan Osborne, president of the Apodia Society, and it's my distinct pleasure to introduce the hopefuls for the graduating class of 2021. The worst year ever. I mean, you chance a peek around the curtain and lock eyes with... Ooh. Hottie McHotness. Who? And she's really not that hot. Introducing Miss Celine Monmarty, escorted by Ford Dundee. Mauve. Persephone shoves you aside, and heads past the curtain, dragging forward with her. The audience falters as the members take in the sight of her dress. Oh dear, I wish Kanye would leave couture to the professionals. Miss Blair Hughes, escorted by... She trails off, looking first at her cue card and then at Thomas, who wheels around to look at you. Psst, who's your escort? Ian, of course. Without a second thought, you turn to Ian. If I'm really gonna wow the judges, I need you out there. Will you escort me? It would be my honor. Ian takes your arm, and together you push past the curtain and out onto the stage. Blair Hughes, escorted by Mr. Ian Kingsley. Alright, Blair, time to project an air of strength and confidence. I should... Wind tour walk? Don't know what the hell that is. Street walk? No. Goddess walk. Grab your hands over your curve, swishing your hips and lengthening your stride in the crown. Your thoroughbred's wolf whistle. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. This is certainly a choice. May I ask what you're going for? Strong and confident? And perhaps you may want a walk that's more suited for formal ceremony. You take your mark next to a goddess, or excuse me, Persephone. Listen, it sure as hell wasn't street walk, so it's probably a wind tour. There's types of walks now? Jesus, I'm too old for this shit. I was born in a different time. But out in the crowd, you hear rumblings of gossip being spread. So, she really was dating Professor Dreamy. I can't believe X was right this whole time. I should keep my head high and ignore him. Excuse me. I'd like to make something extremely clear. What goes on between me and Ian Kingsley is absolutely none of your business. Thank you. You prop your head up, doing your best to ignore the rumblings as they get worse. And finally, Miss Poppy Min Sinclair. You and the rest of the crowd turn to look on the stage, but Poppy doesn't show. I don't believe I saw Poppy waiting in the wings. I saw her earlier. She's probably still trying to piece together enough fabric to cover what's left of her dignity. Has anyone seen Poppy Min Sinclair? Ballroom doors bursts open, and Poppy struts in full view with a smirk. Present! Oh, for the love of God, you look horrible. She holds her arm out expectantly, and before your very eyes, actor and all, a gorgeous human being, Marcus Sharp takes her elbow and marches her up the aisle. But not without giving her some serious side-eye. Seriously, what are you getting me into? You look like you got chewed on by a pack of rabid dogs. Smile and wave at the audience, or I will find a pack of rabid dogs and give you the honor of meeting them. Looks like everyone, or he regrets everything that's ever led to this moment. Marcus Sharp digs deep for those actor chops and waves like he's delighted to be here. Sorry we're late. Son of a bitch. She didn't. What? What did she do? Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Poppy Min Sinclair, escorted by award-acting Marcus Sharp. As Poppy settles in beside you, you plaster on your best fake smile and get ready to be ruthless as toddlers and Tiara's mom. I see you stuck with old reliable. Sad you don't have connections to expand your entourage further than the pitiful and penniless. If I were you, I wouldn't branch out too far. His last girlfriend got pruned. We'll begin the evening with a Q&A from some of our senior delegates. As Rowan steps aside, Octavia stands and makes her way to the stage, casting a critical eye over Poppy and Persephone before allowing her gaze to land on you with a smile. Blair, as the only hopeful who bothered to dress the part, my question is for you. What apathy of value do you think you embody most? Quickly, you think back to the lessons Felicity outlined at the start of the challenges. I'd say I'm most committed to excellence under fire. When the going gets rough is when I do my best work. Interesting. Thank you. She makes room on the stage for Tinsley, who grabs the microphone and looks Persephone right in the eyes. It takes a real sneaky bitch to pretend to be someone else for an entire year, just to get back at everyone who's wronged her. And honestly, I'm super here for her. It shows the kind of commitment we Apodians can appreciate. I'm just curious, where does the question come in here, besides you fawning over her? So which of your competitors do you think lacks the same grit? Easy. Bobby Sinclair. Excuse me? Bobby is used to having everything handed to her, and it's made her lazy. When it comes to getting down and dirty, she can't hack it. On the stage, a woman you remember from your charity takes the mic. Bobby, it seems that you've been discounted by one of your fellow competitors. Do you have a rebuttal? I don't care what this pile of walking rubber cement says. If I wasn't afraid to get dirty, she wouldn't be on the stage. Thank you, Miss Sinclair. Before I release you all to the dance floor, I have one final question. You proved your worth, Apadia. Blair, you are clearly someone who's talented in many arenas. What would you hope to bring to Apadia if you're selected? If I'm selected, I'll take your job one day, learn the organization in and out, earn my position every day. I promise if you pick me, you won't ever wonder whether you picked the right woman for the job. Very well. Then with that, esteemed members, I invite our hopefuls to take the floor for the traditional waltz for a show of their grace. Leading to the dance floor. And as you get the cue to begin, you chance a look around to find Poppy in a back-breaking dip. Bingo. Time for some graceful sabotage. You in? I'll do my utmost. You twirl away, sidle over to Poppy and Marcus, giving the latter your best. Oh my god, I'm such a big fan! Smile. Marcus, I'm Blair, and this is Ian. Yes, apparently we're huge fans. Beat it, Hogmeat, before I grind you up and stuff you into a casing like the offal you are. What? I swear to God they use words that half the time just don't even make sense or fit the, narrative. Marcus misses a step and trods on Poppy's foot in shock. Jeez, Poppy, when you made the down payment, you said things would be a little hostile. This is just getting cruel. Wait a minute, down payment? Don't tell me you're getting paid to be your date. This press conference is over, Farmsville. She manhandles poor Marcus away from you, only to give you a clear view of Persephone Lee manhandling an even more pitiful Ford around the dance floor. I might be smiling on the outside, but you better get that footwork together, or I'm telling Twitter about the diaper fetish. You call that smiling? You look like you're planning 25 different ways to kill me in my sleep. Oh. I feel like that's a YouTube video. 25 ways Persephone will kill you in your sleep. 25. While I normally wouldn't condone sacrificing an innocent, this partnership seems to be even weaker than Poppy's. Forcing them into a misstep would only make sure our standing better. Well, it's just evil enough to work. Get me closer. The two of you take large steps, closing the gap between you and Persephone. Now, how about to go about this discreetly? Accidentally bump forward. You wait until Persephone's high in her lift, then shoulder check forward as hard as you can to make it believable. Oh man, timber! She comes tumbling down, landing right on her heavily padded ass. It's plastic, she'll be fine. I'm so sorry. Not yet, but you will be. As you twirl elegantly away, you catch sight of Margaret Dupree in the crowd, looking beyond proud of your underhanded subterfuge. You've come so far, Blair. A few minutes later, Rowan takes the microphone. That concludes the traditional ceremony. Our delegates will take a short remission to cast their final votes, but while you wait, I have a surprise guest making an appearance on stage tonight. A special treat! Please help me welcome Little Nos F and DJ Zoe Wade. What? As the crew wheels out a DJ booth, Zoe steps from behind the curtain and heads for center stage. Alright, Apadia, how are we doing tonight? What's up, what's up? Oh my god, I love you, Little Nos. Wait, Veronica, was that real emotion? What do you want me to say, Carter? Little Nos F makes me feel things. I'm honored to be taking the stage tonight with a hard-working, credible artist. Nos throws an arm around Zoe's shoulders and shoots you a wink as he spots you in the crowd. And I'd like to give a big shout-out for her manager for introducing us and making all this possible. You blow them both kisses as the crowd cheers around you. Without making any further ado, here's my new track, Love for Life. I'm living my life like I'm lonely, but you're always by my side. Whether I'm high or down in the trenches, you are my ride or die. My sister, my heart, my bestie, there's nothing that we can't do. When the world gets crazy, Blair, I turn and look at you. Oh, I love you, Zoo. Yo, Blair, you got your name in a song. This is too sick. Yeah, that's almost as cool as the time Emblem 3 made a song about me. I still don't know how they even got my name, though. Because it's common. You've got my love forever. Or for life. 2 years is not enough time. As the music blares, you look around the ballroom past the sprawling bodies of the two people you spent the last 2 years winning over, and the ones who hold your future in their hands, searching for the one person you can't get out of your mind. Ha 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 ha. Listen, I'd rather dance with Persephone, okay? Listen, why don't you make that an option, okay? Number 4, insert at Pixelberry. You still have time before the mass majority reads it. Next up is Zoe. My girl, my fave, my everything. And then Ian. I'll do Ian, though. You take his hand in yours, pull him towards the center of the dance floor. Your moves are tragic. You've got to let me teach you how to twerk. People stare, Blair. I don't think it's such a good... people are gonna stare and whisper and gossip about us no matter what we do. Being top bitch is not without its pitfalls. As you come to stand directly under the flashing lights, you start to groove to the beat, dancing around Ian, even as the rest of the crowd turns to look. But that doesn't mean we should sit on our hands and miss out on all the fun. Show me what you got. I wouldn't classify twerking as a skill that I per se, but I believe it goes something like this. Ian bends forward. Can you imagine Ian twerking? No, dog. No, you need to stop. Listen, can we get Zoe to come down here and twerk with us? Like, listen, no. He starts popping his back like Tina from Bob's Burgers on all the wrong beats. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Please stop before you slip a disc or something, please. Just, twerking is an art form. Now, what you lack in pure cheek volume make up for enthusiasm, but you've got to catch the right rhythm. The first things first, poke your butt out. You reach behind him and pinch his butt, sending color racing to his face. Did you or did you not just say I was lacking a cheeks? That doesn't mean you can't shake what your mama gave you. Now move it, or next time I'm gonna grab a whole handful. Bit by bit, you work with him on it, and it turns out Ian's a quick study, becoming a regular Thotimus Prime by the end of the song. I feel rather embarrassed, but completely liberated at the same time. I'm sorry, twerking is not something that is liberating. I'm so proud of you. As the music slows, Ian pulls you into his arms. His hands find the small of your back as he rocks you from side to side. Well, what do you think? Too many people staring at you? I'll admit it, it was more fun than I thought. So much so that I didn't even notice anyone else. As you settle into the crook of Ian's neck, breathing in the scent of his cologne, your bodies melt together, meshing like perfect puzzle pieces. Am I crazy for wishing college was just a little longer? I mean, I don't want to stay, but I'm not exactly ready to go either. I know the feeling. I was comfortable at Belvoir, and losing my career opened up new opportunities that left me feeling exposed. But life is about being challenged, and Belvoir always felt like more like a social experiment than engaging work environment. I mean, you've made a decision about Lexi's old job? I accepted the position this morning. It'll take me away for the next 3 months, but I can't go without clearing something up. He stops in the center of the floor, looks directly in your eyes as your heart starts to race. I'm wondering if you'd wait for me. For us. Start a relationship as it should have been from the start. A joining of equals. This is your chance to solidify your relationship with him, or let him know it was a fling. Ian, I have to admit, I see us going the distance. You need to know that this isn't just a fling for me. I have real feelings involved, and if it isn't the same for you... Before you finish the thought, he pulls you in for a fierce kiss, his body pressed hard against yours, and when he pulls back, his smile is brighter than you've ever seen. I'd have never entertained this if I didn't feel the same, Blair. I assure you, your heart is safe with me. So that's it then. You're really leaving. He takes your face in both hands, pressing his lips to yours in a fierce, passionate kiss. His tongue laps at yours, massaging as he explores your mouth, and his hands find his waist, just desperate to hold on to whatever part of him you can find. Finally, he pulls away, breathless, and rests his forehead against yours. I may be leaving Belvoir and even New York, but it would take a force much stronger than any I've ever seen to make me leave you. For several seconds, you just stand there in his arms, savoring the feeling of him, knowing that all too soon his new job will force you apart. I just hope this job is everything you need it to be. He gives you a small smile, and with a spin, you're back to dancing. But when he speaks, it's your turn to hear the sadness in his voice that he tries so hard to shake off. Coming from you, that means the world. A warm hand taps you on the shoulder, and you turn around to find Thomas leaning closer to be heard. The delegates are ready to reveal their vote, so all the hopefuls need to report backstage. Got it. You turn back to Ian with a grin. Wish me luck. He brushes a tender kiss against your forehead. You're Blair Hughes. You're made of luck. Or in, you make your own too. You make a beeline for the backstage, and they're running into Persephone, who crosses her arms and gives you a smug once-over. Someone's in an awful big hurry to take an L in front of the most famous people in the hemisphere. You might as well quit. I'm the clear winner. Yeah, if you win, I give up on life. You suppress a laugh because it's too good. Here's Persephone, gloating like the evil witch she actually is, right next to the mic you planted earlier. The mic is broadcasting everything we're saying. This washed-up villain walked right into her downfall. You're right, Persephone. You are the clear winner here. Just look at the Apadia members. You have them eating at the palm of your hand. They're this all-powerful association, but your cutesy little Selene act fooled them all. You'd think that since they knew I was X from the beginning, they'd be more careful, but I already got them few in my pocket. And all I had to do was make them believe I was one of the pushover losers Belvoir likes to churn out. But I'm not. A masterclass, really? You fooled so many people into believing you were in this for all the right reasons. But really, it was all about humiliating Poppy. You were just playing the long game, waiting for the right time to challenge her to your popularity contest. If you can't see what's right in front of you, then you're just more of a lost cause than I thought. With a light laugh, she turns and starts to walk from you. If you ask me, you lucked into this. You aren't a mastermind. You're some soft-ass putrid Percy Poppy bullied into leaving in the first place. Almost immediately, Persephone whirls back around, eyes blazing. That's what you think. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I bided my time to make this win really count. I left putrid Percy behind when I left Belvoir. It was the best thing I did, because Poppy doesn't even have any power over me anymore. And I'd tell those nerds whatever they needed to hear if it meant being able to see Poppy's face when she gets voted out of Apadia. Wow, imagine the damage if statements like these got out. Please, I'm smart enough to not say any of that in front of anyone who matters. And with a laugh, you reach into a nook you found earlier and pluck out the lavalier mic, and Persephone's eyes go wide. Checkmate. Didn't anyone ever tell you, loose lips sink ships? And thanks to your big mouth and the legions of loyal losers knows all about your plan to use them. Without hesitation, Persephone pulls out her burner phone and pulls up the tea, only to find a wall of angry messages from her constituents. Glue sniffs. I feel used, betrayed, treated like an utter fool. Sparkle BB26. God, I didn't care that she lied about her identity, but lying about how much we knew or meant to her. WTF, I thought I knew her. You know? Bat haughty. She thinks I'm gonna sit back and be her tool. Miss Plastic better keep 2 eyes open. Salad sauce. Join us in her door and we're trashing the place. Mission to Marcia. Blair's the only hope we've got left. Oh. And, all the Abadia in the ballroom. Heard you too. Esteemed members, Persephone and Dalton has been disqualified from the running. No! Oh, get... Persephone shoves the curtain aside and you follow. She runs on stage, only to see the entire crowd staring at her with shock and anger. That's not fair. She cheated. I earned my place here. You can't get rid of me. As a matter of fact, we can. You're in direct violation of all three of our most cardinal rules. What rules? Didn't you know a true Apathian must always dress to kill? And, well, you look more like you came back from the dead. She launches herself at you with a feral scream. Let her use your manure here for nobody! Security! Two hulking guards grab her, holding her back as she swipes for your face. Serenely, you finish your lesson. They must also maintain their composure, which, well, I don't think that one requires any extra commentary. And they must also keep their motives a secret. So I guess that makes you 0 for 3? It's in the bylaws, bitch. Oh no, 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 no! As Persephone has her meltdown, the guards struggle to drag her out, obviously grossed out by her hot, angry tears and strings of sticky snot. You turn your back on her and smile at Rowan, ready to accept her victory when she speaks into the mic. Poppy, if you would please join us. You get a sinking feeling as Poppy struts on the stage looking immaculate once more. As though you didn't just cast the game-winning blow, the feeling only worsens as Rowan takes the mic once more. Now that we are down to 2 finalists, let the true final challenge begin. Looks like it's me and you fighting for the crown once again. Let's see how you do against a real threat, Barnesville. Oh, it's not over yet? Poppy versus Queen Bee. Oh look, Poppy gained some votes. BFD. Alright, and without further ado, you know what to do. It's there on the screen. Make sure to like and share the video. Leave a comment down below. How was it? What do you think? How did I do? You know, things like that. Also, make sure that if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to also hit the bell icon to receive notifications. And hey, guess what? If you want, there are links down in the description below. It's a great way to support the community. It's a great way to support this channel. And it's a great way to also become a valued member of this community that also helps support this community. If you aren't able to do that, again, please do the following. I understand that, you know, not everybody can, you know, help out in one way or another. You know, I get that. But it helps keep the lights on, it helps those diamond choices keep going and flowing, it helps bring content to the channel, it helps do a lot of things. So consider giving. And once again, thanks for watching, much love and appreciation, and hopefully you all have a wonderful new year. And, you know, hey, I'll be streaming on Twitch, especially for the new year, before and during and after. So tune in, you know, especially if you're alone, need someone to chill out with, and just chat with, you know. Peace.